What's going on, guys? TTL here. Today I'm going to be going over my top 3 NBA bets for today yet again, guys. Yesterday we went 2 out of 3. That's 2 days in a row. We went 2 out of 3. The day before that we went 3-0. We keep at least having profit days. You know, we're hitting 66+% of our props. So it is what it is. Yesterday in VIP we had yet another profitable day. We hit on NBA. We hit a 2.5 unit play on Betr. We had a 5-unit bankroll builder on Chalkboard, and then we made like half our money back on like a 6-pick on Prizepicks. Didn't really play too many Prizepicks slips though. I think like 2 or 3 total slips. Overall profit day, we killed Thunder Pick. Went up like 4 or 5 units on there as well, which is just a sports book if you didn't know. Just great days lately, so definitely been crushing it. We're gonna keep crushing it. Here were the 3 free picks that I gave out yesterday. I gave out Anthony Edwards over 29.5 points. He went for 44. He gave us a little bit of a scare yesterday because he did have an injury in the first quarter, but he did end up coming back out. Kobe White, skip over him. That one did not give out for free. This is just the way my 6-pick was ordered. Conley, we took under 9.5 rebounds and assists. He had 5 at half. He was a little bit scary, but he did end up cashing for us, thank goodness. He got 9, made it really close. And then Adebayo, I think he actually had like 16 or 17 field goal attempts, but he only made like 5 of them. And then he made 4 for 8 free throws. I mean, this guy had so much potential, so many opportunities to cash this line for us. Really just unfortunate, man. I would have taken this play 100 times over, especially if I saw how many attempts that he had during that game. Just super unfortunate. He went 14, so he went under by 5.5. But unlucky prop. Let's go 3-0 today, though. If you guys are interested, you can sign up to any of my links. You can click my link tree in the pinned comment down below, and you can see you can get deposit matches on Thunder Pick, Betr, Chalkboard, Sleeper, UnderDog, or Prizepicks. Sign up to any of these. You get a week free of VIP for each one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, a month and a half of free VIP that you can get. You can join the Tesla Limit Picks Discord server, which is free and has our VIP section. Or you can just sign up for VIP. It's $20 a month. You get every single slip that I post every single day. So definitely recommend it, guys. Sorry if I sound a little bit funny. I am feeling a little bit sick right now, so bear with me. But let's go ahead and get into the actual picks for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're almost at that 18,000 subscriber mark, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave a comment down below. And we're going to be using Outlier and DG Fantasy for our research today. So on Outlier, let's go ahead and click on props. You can get a free week of Outlier using my link in the pinned comment, as well as using code LIMIT on DG Fantasy. Gets you 25% off your first month. But let me go ahead and pull this up. And actually, the top play on DG Fantasy is actually one of my top plays of the day right now. We can see Capella over 9.5 points. Capella, 9.5 points right here. Now, this is a hot play. 9.1 thousand people are on this, but I do really like this, especially versus the Grizzlies today. We can see it's already bumped to 10.5 on literally every single sports book. So I'm really liking this. Let's look up Capella over on Outlier and see why I like this so much. So we can actually see that this is already minus 205 on Caesars for 9.5. Minus 150 on FanDuel, minus 140 on DraftKings. I'm really loving this. Over his last 10, he's cashed this in 50%, so 5 of 10. In the head-to-head matchup, he has cashed in both. Earlier this year, he got 20 points versus the Grizzlies. In 2023, he's cashed this line in 63% of games, 34 of 54. And in away games, he's cashed in 17 of 26, 65%. We can also see key Grizzlies points defense. Points allowed, 9th in the league for total points allowed, least amount. But versus centers, they allow a ton of points, allowing 19 points per game towards centers. 21st in the league for least amount of points allowed to centers. We can also see Capella has exceeded this in 4 of his last 5 games on the road. He's shooting up 8 field goal attempts per game with around 3 free throw attempts. I don't think he's going to have any issues at all getting to this 9.5 point mark for us. I'm locking it in with confidence. What I like pairing with that the most is going to be Zion Williamson. And we're going to take his under 5.5 assists. This line, not a hot pick, not one that is very used right now, but I am liking it. We can see GG Fantasy. We can scroll down a little bit, and we can see Zion Williamson under 5.5 assists right here. And we can see the odds on different sports books. It's somewhere between -122 and like -150, really just depending on which sports book you go on. If you play on the Sleeper app, this is 1.66x over there or 1.65x. I forget, one of the two. So it's very favored for the under on Sleeper. We're going to search up Zion, look for his under 5.5 assist right here. Over his last 10, he's went under in 4 of 10. In 2023, he's went under in 59% of games, though, 30 of 51. In away games, which is what this is, it's on the road, he has went under this in 16 of 24 games, 67%. We can see he's failed to exceed this in 9 of his last 11 games on the road as well. So I'm really liking this prop. We can see the 76ers assist defense. Overall, they are ranked 12th for least amount of assists allowed per game. Versus power forwards, they are ranked 13th. So around the same as their normal. They normally allow around 4 to 4.5 assists to power forwards. I'm loving this, especially with him being not very good in away games. I'm really liking this, especially with his recent games on the road. He's just shooting. He's shooting a lot, and he's not getting as many assists. So let's lock it in, guys. Zion Williamson under 5.5 assists. I have a feeling that both of these will be bumped, especially the Capella. And let's go for our third and final play of the day, which is going to be, there's a few plays that I could pick here. They're all pretty much even on my list. We're going to go with Jalen Green. Why not? We're going to go with Jalen Green over 23.5 points and rebounds. So Jalen Green right here, 23.5 points and rebounds versus the Trailblazers. We're going to go on more. So let's go ahead and head to Outlier and let's look up this play. Jalen Green for Houston, 23.5 points and rebounds. So he's cashed this in 3 out of his last 10 games. Obviously, that does not feel very good when you first see it. 2023, he's hitting 45% of his games, 28 of 62. On the road, he's hitting 43%, 13 of 30. When we take a look at the Trailblazers points and rebounds defense, they are both in the bottom half, 17th in the league for points allowed, 17th in the league for rebounds allowed, versus shooting guards, 29th in the league for points allowed, 29th in the league for rebounds allowed. The bottom of the barrel, like second from last, just terrible. They allow a ton of points, they allow a ton of rebounds, especially to shooting guards. Now, when we take a look, games without players, Eason's out. Steven Adams is out. He's been out every game. If Jeff Green is out, I mean, we don't really have a large sample size to look at for that. He has went under in both games, though. But without Eason, we can go from 62 games to 40. He's cashed this in 18 of 40, and in away games, directly at 50%, so 10 of 20. Now, when we look at who these games are against, these games are not against teams that are 29th in the league for points and rebounds. We can take a look, but on average, he's shooting around 17 field goal attempts, 7 3-pointers, 4 free throws. He's getting around 5 rebounds, and honestly, usually 0, like very few assists, like 0 to 3 assists. But we are taking PR, not PRA. But if you're wondering, that's why his assist line is 3.5, and it's plus 100 to go over. But he's averaging like 5 rebounds, 17 field goal attempts, 18 field goal attempts, whatever it was. He's throwing the ball up a lot. So as long as he can get hot, I do think that he cashes this. Again, I thought this was just now 50%. It just said 50%, did it not? Without Eason? What did I click for it to show 50%? Now I'm confused. Was I only looking at last 10? No, I wasn't only looking at last 10. I'm not sure what I may have clicked. Bear with me there. I'm not really sure. But he's cashed. He's been cashing for us. I'm really liking this. And we can see again 17 field goal attempts per game. This game, he had 11 PR versus the Magic. If you're unsure, the Magic are literally ranked first for least amount of points, least amount of rebounds allowed. This game, he went over versus the Spurs. Spurs, not as bad as the Trailblazers, but they do tend to allow a lot of points and rebounds. That makes sense. Next game, Warriors. Warriors are middle of the pack. He got 19. Could have just been a bad game. I'm not really sure. Field goal attempts, we'll take a look. He only shot 15 times that game, so that would make sense for him going under. The next game versus Miami. Miami have a decent defense, not great, not terrible. Again, he only shot 10 attempts in that game, and he got 16. The next game, he came super close. He did shoot kind of where I expect him to be today. He shot 19 times. I'm expecting 18, 19. This was versus the Bulls. Bulls have a mediocre defense. He would have just normally went under there. So unfortunate for us. Next game, he went over versus the Pistons. He shot 25 times, though. Who really knows? Next, Boston Celtics. Celtics have a great defense, and he only shot 9 times. So that's just a mix of both. Next, 76ers, he went over. Next, Knicks. Knicks have a pretty good defense this year. He did shoot quite a few times that game, 15 field goal attempts. He only shot 40% though, so that makes sense. Next 2 games, he went over. Timberwolves have a terrible defense. He did shoot 15 times this time. He only shot 20% though, 3 out of 15. So that makes sense for him going under. Really weird though that he shot 3 for 15. That's crazy. Next game, over. He's been over a lot. I'm not going to go over every single one, but just kind of showing you that it tends to be the games that he goes under. He's either not shooting a lot, or it's against a team with a great point or rebound defense, or both. So I'm locking this in versus the Trailblazers, who have a terrible defense for both points and rebounds versus shooting guards. That is going to be my third and final pick of the day. These are in order of most to least confident. So Capella is my most, then Zion, then Jalen Green. Capella will most likely bump. So do be aware of that. So get these in, guys. Lock them in with confidence, and I will see you guys in the free Discord.